So, as a continuing trend of making videos of every day, I'm going to talk about absolutely nothing in this video. Now, nothing as a concept is like, I haven't read no books or anything, but I have a bunch of philosophy books right over there. So, nothing. What is nothing? Because we have all this space. Is this nothing? Is this space air right here? This object, like, there's no objects right there. This like when we mean by objects, we can talk about thoughts, object like this water bottle, this Mario Kart for Nintendo Switch, and I'm not getting Switch 2 now. But nothing. We all come from nothingness, and I don't mean that bullshit in Street Fighter where he has the power of nothingness. Who the fuck? Who? Why? But yeah, I'm not talking about Kingdom Hearts nothingness, where you're fighting Xemnas using the power of nothingness. But he has a lightsaber, so it isn't nothingness. It's just fake. It's a stupid ass name. Talking about just nothing. But yeah, nothing. When we're thinking about the metaphysics of our world, it really doesn't matter if you try to run away. You can't escape. Anyway, when you think about the metaphysics of the world, it really doesn't matter if you try to escape. There's no escape at all. But yeah, if you think about the metaphysics of the world, it's really just like, where does this all come from? We go back from the before the like Big Bang or supposed Big Bang, because when you really think, they talk about the Big Bang, the beginning of the universe, but I know the video is so annoying, but basically, was there something before that, or was it just darkness? I mean, there's some theories where it like the shit got so hot, like a big explosion happened, but I just find it strange that we evolved to this point where we're wearing clothes and domesticating animals. How the fuck did it get to this point? Exactly where people, because people are animals. If y'all seen that video of like IShowSpeed, like trying to walk out like in Norway, and he had all the crowd around him. Those niggas are animals. Makes me remember that people are animals too. They're evolved animals. But yeah. Nothingness. I still haven't answered that question. I don't know. Trying to find this is like the one thing in like philosophy that we've been trying to figure out. The origin point, the original point, the no escape point. I just like, it annoys me. We don't know the true metaphysics. We have a bunch of fucking books for like thousands of years talking about it. Probably even before that, because like they talk about like the 7 like philosophers before the pre-Socratics, but there's probably like a bunch of philosophers that nobody cares about before, or people care about, like the Indian philosophers. But when you think about it now, after 100 years, people still haven't fucking figured out. Now through philosophy, we found out a bunch of bajillion concepts, like a sezillion of concepts. One more time. Anyway, I remember bottle flipping. I flipped my phone, and so You have all these fucking concepts, but these niggas can't come up with like basic metaphysics of how the world is origin. Oh, God created it. Nigga, there's no God. Oh, I don't believe in God, but... And I was serious. Because it's not like I'm joking, but that one line is serious. I don't believe in God. Oh, I believe in the Spinoza guy. I ain't read a book. But I know Spinoza was like, it's nature. God is nature. He's everywhere. You can't escape. Maybe he's a true Yeti. But, actually, let me implement my own philosophy that I created, like last week. It's called Escape. It is basically like it's a being, the ontology, but instead of just being, it's kind of your action state. Now, some philosopher from like 600 years ago probably already fucking came up with this, all the ideas about to come up with, but I don't care. I am the new philosopher, Shoulders, okay? Shoulders is a philosopher born in 2002. Anyway, so basically... On escape is this. Escape is this. This. Okay. All right. You could tell I took coffee before this. It's this escape. You can't move, you can't leave, but you can leave, you can't leave. You can't move, you can't leave, but you can move and you can't leave. It's a paradox. Escape is a paradox. I'm trying to move, but I am moving, but it's like I can't move from the spot. Paradox. This is the moving, this is the unmoving on the other side. But then you have to think about what is moving and then not moving. What is between those like actions, moving and not moving? It's non-existence. When I talk about nothingness, it's nothingness, non-existence. That's the philosophy escape. The non-existence of the Yardis. But non-existence. How does non-existence work? You can't feel. You can't think. But if it's non-existent, if you can't move, you can't leave. If you can move, but you can't leave, then what's going on here? Because you still exist if you're supposed to leave, but you can't leave. You still exist. But if I can leave at the same time, but I can't leave, then there has to be a between. But then if you say, oh, there's nothingness, then you can't. My brain gets messed up by this because you can't. If I can leave, but I can't leave. But that doesn't make any sense. It's a paradox, right? Let's try to slash this fucking paradox into half, okay? Then I use all my brain power to figure this out. To really achieve the ultimate escape. Which is really just godhood, right? Becoming a god. Becoming escape, staying in one place. But being able to move outside of that place. Mentally. Hey, bro. Hey. Okay. You mentally leave that place. And you can move around everywhere. I have an idea. I don't have a device to talk about this. It's called the internet. The internet is where you can stay at home all day, but you can exist everywhere. On Twitter, I'm not calling it the other name, YouTube, Broadcaster. So remember Broadcaster? So why did they get rid of that? They could have kept the modern YouTube with that slogan. But yeah, almost broke my neck doing that. But what I'm all saying is,